Anyone is having any doubts on yesterday's session, guys? Okay, then let us start the session. Can someone can for me? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about the SQL introduction. So you know that the data is stored in the database in the form of tables. In the form of tables. So a table is a collection of rows and columns. So it is a database object used to store the data. Used to store the data. So how to create a table in the database? So the syntax is create table name, column 1 data type size, column 2 data type size, and so on. Multiple columns we can declare. So at last you have to close the parenthesis and you have to give the delimiter. This is called delimiter. So semicolon is called as a delimiter in the our database technology. Okay. So to create a table, what we need, guys? We need a table name, we need a column name, and we need a data type. So what is the table name? So what type of columns we need required to the table name? So those columns, what type of data has to be captured? We need to define it. So the table names are products, orders, employees, students, transfer data, trans address, merchant address, customer address, and so on. Multiple ways the tables can be created. So the table name, to create a table name, the table name is unique in the database. Once you create a table, the same table we cannot create. So no need to provide the memory explicitly for the table. So we don't need to provide. See, if you observe, for data type, for column we are providing the size. So are we providing the size for table name? No, because we don't need to provide the memory explicitly for the table. So automatically RKL server will assign it. Even the data is day by day will increase also, that will expand it. So the table name must be start with the A to Z alphabet letter. So every table must have at least one column while creating a table. So yesterday we discussed, right, while we create a table, at least one column required to create a table. So table name cannot be RKL keyword. Yesterday I have shown you. The table name is not case sensitive. Even if you declared in smaller case, it will stored upper in uppercase by default. So one table can have maximum 1,000 columns. It's very important. If you go to the MySQL, guys, there 1024 columns. For Oracle SQL, it will be 1,000 columns. In interview, they will ask, or in exams, they will conduct, right? There, they will ask. So, the valid table is we can declare like this because the table is starting with a alphabet, but it is a invalid table. We should not declare like this 1,100 EMP because the table must be start with the alphabet only. So EMP underscore date is a emp underscore that is a valid table because the table should not have a spaces. If you want to give space to segregate a different words, then you can go for the underscore. If you give like this, it is an invalid table. So we can declare like this emp underscore delete. So we can't declare delete a table because delete is a RKL keyword. It is a one more command. So we should not declare like this. So we can declare table like this. Okay. This is with respect to a table name. Next column name is a unique in a table. Column name must be start with A to Z letter. Column name is a, cannot be RKL keyword. So table name is completed, column name is completed. Next, data types. Data types are two types: built-in data types, user-defined data types. So built-in data types is which is provided by the Oracle or server, I mean database server, and user-defined data types is we can create our own define. So next is we will go for the character data types. Character data types are char data type, varchar data type, varchar2 data type, nchar, nvarchar, nvarchar2. So if you mostly in real time we use varchar2, some cases we use char data type. Some cases we use char data type. Where we use char data type, if you know the data is fixed length, the data you are going to store in that column is fixed length, because char data type is a fixed length data type. That doesn't matter how many bytes you inserted. If you declare for example 10 bytes, even though you inserted the data only 5 bytes, remaining bytes it will apply, it will add blanks to the data. So by default, it will take the 10. Yesterday I have shown you. Because it is a fixed length data type. So where you know that the data is not fixed. For example, there is a column called name. For that name, some people will have 10 bytes of names. Some people will have 5 bytes of names. Some people will have only 4 bytes of names. Some people will have 15 bytes of names. In that case, can we do we need to declare a char data type? If you declare a char data type, what will happen? So we should not declare char data type, because here the data which you are going to insert, it is not a fixed. It is not a fixed. In one case it is a 15 bytes, in one case 5 bytes, one case 4 bytes, another case is 15 bytes. We doesn't know, that is not fixed. We doesn't know how many bytes we are going to insert in that first name, because names are different now. So if you declare 15 bytes, if we inserted 5 bytes, remaining 10 bytes data will be waste, because that will take the blank pads. So if you go, for example, name, if you go to the name, and we have declare for this column is char data type some 20 bytes. So first row you inserted 10 bytes. Second row you inserted 15 bytes. Third row you inserted only 5 bytes. Fourth row you inserted only 2 bytes. Now in first row, how many bytes space will get waste? Remaining bytes, what will happen guys? Remaining 10 bytes, you are inserting only 10 bytes. Remaining 10 bytes, what will happen? It will take the blanks. It will apply the blanks, because it is a fixed length data type. So remaining 10 bytes, wait, what will happen guys? Waste, right? Remaining 10 bytes will be storage, will be waste. Here 15 bytes. Remaining how many bytes will waste? 5 bytes of storage will be waste. Storage will be waste. Here in this case, 15 bytes. In this case, 8 bytes. Sorry, 18 bytes. If we observe for 4 rows only, for 4 rows of data, here if we observe 20, 30, 48 bytes of storage is wasted. In real time, you may get thousands of rows and lakhs of rows. Lakhs of rows. Data will be coming to your system. Automatically, it will get inserted. Let's assume How many bytes storage will be waste? So, as a developer, you should not waste the database storage because nowadays everything is moving to the cloud, and even previously it is not cloud also. You should not waste the database storage. So now everything is moving to cloud. The company has to be pay based on the usage, how much volume they have used for the database, for the storage, that much amount they have to paid. So if you waste, that will not help to the organization. So as a developer, you should not waste the database storage. You should not waste the database storage. So in this case, we should not declare the char date type. For example, if you go any application, any government application you are applying, there is a gender column. There one drop down they will give. If you are male, you have to select M. If you are female, you have to select F. Am I correct? Am I right, guys? If it is a female, you need to enter M. If you need to if you need to male, if you need to select male, you need to enter M. If you are female, you need to select F. So how many bytes the data we are inserting there? Always. How many bytes, guys? Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, how many bytes we are inserting here? Always for gender column. Only single byte, right? So in any case, we are going to insert a single byte data. Each character is 1 byte, guys. Each character is 1 byte. So is it fixed, guys? Every time? Is it change the gender? M or female? Sorry, male or female? That doesn't change, right? M or F. Anything we need to select one only. So always it will be 1 byte only. So is it fixed or not? It is a fixed length date type. So there is a chance to insert F, or there is a chance to insert M. So always that is a fixed data type, fixed length data type. So either you can insert M, either you can set F. There is no chance to insert more than that bytes. So in that case, yes, we will use char data type because always it will be 1 byte only. Always it will be 1 byte only. So one more case, if you go to the IFSC code, if you go to the SBA, you can take any branch. These many things only they will give. SBIN 4, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sorry, yeah, 11 bytes. Always it's fixed. Even though they are increasing the branch, here numerics will be changed. Here, that's the reason they have given zero zeros. So always the branch IFSC code is a fixed. If you are having a column IFSC code to insert, IFSC code to insert. So that is the change. The numeric will be changed. There may be a SBIN 0001792, but the bytes of data will never change because for prior itself they have given some zeros. If the branch are increasing, the numeric will be changed at the end. It doesn't change the bytes. Total 11 bytes only. So it is a fixed, always it's fixed. So in that case, we have to give char date type. If you found anywhere that is a fixed length date type, then you can give char. So what you need to declare? IFSC code char of 11. So the maximum size we can insert 2000 bytes. The default size is 1 byte. If you ignore like this, it will take 1 byte. So the data type size is not mandatory. So we we no need to, I mean, that is not mandatory to declare a size. If you don't declare, by default server will take as 1 bytes. Now understand now how to overcome the situation. If you go to the name char, if you take 20, by default it will take, even you inserted 10 bytes, it will take 10 bytes, remaining 10 bytes it will take blank spaces. Here 15, remaining 5 blank spaces. How to overcome that situation? So RKL has introduced one more data type is called varchar2 data type. Varchar2 by date type. It is dynamic date type. It is fixed length date type. It is dynamic date type. In char date type, maximum size is allowed 2000 bytes. In char date type, maximum size is allowed 2000 bytes. Whereas in varchar2 date type, the maximum size is allowed 4000 bytes. We can declare 4000 bytes. Maximum we can declare 4000 bytes. So here data type size is mandatory. You must and should declare a data type size. So before going to the varchar 2, so we have varchar data type also. For this size is, for this, even if you declare, it will be converted as varchar2 data type. Let's see, for example, create table tab tab 10. So to create a table, create table name, then open parenthesis. Now now id, number date type we will discuss about that. Name name I am taking varchar data type, varchar data type. Next is gender. Which data type I have to declare for gender column, guys? Which data type I have to declare for gender column? Hello.
Yeah, fixed.
So it is fixed length data type, right? Always either male or female. Which data type I have to declare? Char data type. So I am not giving any size for it. For number, it doesn't raise any error. For char, it doesn't any error. Where it is raising error? In case of varchar data type, because for varchar data type or varchar2 data type, size is mandatory. Size is mandatory. See now, its table is created. To check the table structure, what is the command? To check the table structure, describe the table, DESC. To view the table structure, to view the table structure, the command is DESC, describe the table. So what is the table name? Tab 10. See, we have declared ID number date type. It has taken number date type. So for gender, size is not mandatory. We haven't declared. By default, how many bytes it has taken? 1 byte. If you see. Now, which data type we have declared for the name, guys? Varchar data type. It is converted as, see, here we declare varchar. Now you can see by default what is happened. It is converted as varchar2 data type. Observe, guys. Here varchar. Here varchar2 data type. See, that is what we mentioned. So there is a char data type. Next is to overcome this to overcome the space wastage, storage wastage. So RKL has introduced varchar data type. So varchar or varchar2. Even you declare varchar, it will be converted as varchar2 data type. varchar2 data type. What is varchar2? So very very important question. Difference between char and varchar2 data type. You have to tell. Char data type is fixed length data type. Varchar2 data type is dynamic data type. Dynamic data type. It is variable string length data type. Variable string length data type. Let me show you the difference. Variable string length data type. So let us create one more table. So create table tab 20. So here F name, first name, I have taken char. First name I have taken char. Some 10 bytes. Second name, yes name, or else last name, L name. I have taken varchar2, some 10 bytes. Now I am inserting the data, insert into, we will discuss about these commands later. You just to see tab 20 values. First name I have, how to insert a string data guys? How to insert a character data or string data? How server will understand that is a string data or character data? Let me show you. For example, I am giving M Venkat. What is the issue? Column not allowed here. I am trying to insert a string data or string or character means it's type of data type guys. Alphabet is called string or character. Why it is not allowed? Why it is not allowed? Any idea? We had a discussion yesterday. See what we have discussed. Character data type or string data type is used to store alphabetic or alphanumeric. Following are the character data types: char, varchar2, varchar. Character is a case sensitive. If you give a smaller case, that will store smaller case. If you give capital, that will store capital. Any data which is given in single quote, which is treated as a character data type. See now server understand this is a string or character data type? No, because we haven't given within single quotes. If you want to insert a string data, if you want to insert a string data, you must and should declare within single quotes only. One row inserted. Now I am taking tech here. Tech. Now I am taking. I will show you the difference between char and varchar. Okay. Now let's see the data. Select star from tab 20. So this is the data we inserted. First name, last name, first name, last name, Venky, Venky, this one we inserted. Now select, let's describe the table DESC. To see the structure of your table, you need to use describe the table. Describe the table. First name we have taken char 10 bytes. Last name we have taken varchar2 10 bytes. Let's see. Don't worry about these commands, guys. In later we will see these are the function. I am finding out the length. Here the size is the length, the column size. Maximum it will allow 10 bytes. 10 bytes, right? I am finding out the length now. I'm finding out the length now. See L name, comma, length of L name from tab 20. If we observe how many bytes we inserted for first name, how many bytes, guys? 3, 3, 6, 6. But how many bytes it has taken? Length we find out. For this column length we find out. What is the data of length for this row? What is the data of length for this row? So if you see 6 bytes only we inserted. How many bytes it has taken by default? 10 bytes. Here 4 bytes only we inserted. Here it is taken 10 bytes. But this column is having 10 bytes of data. Here 5 bytes only we inserted. But this column, this row, under this column row is having 10 bytes of data. What is happened here? 4 bytes. What is happened here? 6 bytes. What is happened here? If you see L name, first name data type is char data type. Last name data type is varchar2 data type. If you see last name, we have inserted Venkat. See, it has taken 6 bytes only. Here 4, 4 bytes only. Here 5, 5 bytes only. In case of char data type, it is taking by default maximum size. It is inserting. But even though we are inserting 6 bytes, how it has inserted 10 bytes? But in case of varchar2, how many bytes we insert? That many bytes only it will store. Remaining 4 bytes, it doesn't store. I will let you know what will happen that remaining 4 bytes. Here what is happen that remaining 4 bytes? So it is a fixed length data type. So what will happen? It will take the blank spaces here. It will take the blanks. So even though if you give 6 bytes, remaining 4 bytes it will take blanks because it is a fixed length data type. Here even though you insert 4 bytes, remaining 6 bytes it will take the blanks. So that's the reason for even though here 5 it will take remaining 5 bytes is blanks. That's the reason every row, even if you insert 1 byte, even if you insert 1 byte, see, even if you insert 1 bytes, it will take 10 bytes because remaining 9 bytes it will take blanks because of char data type is a fixed length data type. So now if you see here how many bytes you insert. So here obviously 6 by 4 bytes are waste, 6 bytes are waste, 5 bytes are waste, 9 bytes of storage is waste. But in this case, storage doesn't waste because it is a variable length data type. Variable length means how many bytes you insert. Dynamic data type. Varchar2 data type is a dynamic data type. Variable string length data type. So that means how many bytes you insert, that many bytes only it will take. The remaining bytes it will send back to the database. It will send back to the database so that the storage space will be saved. It doesn't waste. So that the storage will be saved. Here we have taken only 1 byte. Remaining 9 bytes it will send back to the database. Remaining 9 bytes it will send back to the database. It doesn't waste. Got it, guys? What is the difference between char and date type? So if they ask, char is a fixed length date type, where char2 is a dynamic date type. Char we can store maximum 2000 bytes. Where char2 date type we can declare maximum, we can store maximum 4000 bytes. See, tab 30. I'm taking one more column, name, varchar2, if you see 4001, see specified length is large for its date type. So we can declare for char maximum 4000 bytes only. See 4000 bytes. So till 4000 we can declare. So char data type is easy to it will store maximum 2000 bytes, whereas varchar2 data type 4000 bytes. Here size is mandatory, but in char data type size is not mandatory. If you don't declare a size, by default server will take 1 byte. Okay, this is the different. Any doubts, guys? So now remaining, so we have seen char, varchar and varchar2. The same way we have nchar, nvarchar and nvarchar2. So all these points are same applicable. But what is the difference means by default in database is developed, we can insert only English language. We can insert only English language. If you want to insert other than English languages, other than means if you want to insert English language and you need to English other languages also like Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, like that. So you have to go for the NCAR, N, national care, national varchar 2, national set, national language. N means national language. We can use, we can insert the data not only English, other languages also by use this. But in real time, we never do. In real time, we never do. Always English only. So now my question is, here maximum 4000 only we can insert. In real time, you never get a situation more than that. More than that. But suppose, but you got a situation that where you need to insert more than 4000 bytes. Is it possible? So for whatever you learnt, is it possible with the care to insert a more than 4000 bytes? Is it possible with the varchar? Is it possible with the varchar 2? More than 4000 bytes, guys? Tell me. Is it possible? Maximum 4000 bytes only it will take. Varchar 2. Char 2000 bytes only. So if you want to insert more than 4000 bytes character data, string data, there is a one more data type is called large objects, LOB data types, large objects data types. So we have multiple large objects data types. Under these, we will get CLAB. So before that, we will see this one, raw data type, long data type, long data type, long data type. So more than 4000 bytes till up to 2 GB, we can insert string data or character data. Character data or string data both are same. String data. If you we can store up to 2 GB by using long data type. So you don't need to declare size. By default, that is a 2 GB. By default, that is a 2 GB. See, create table, tab 440. You can see name long data type. So table is created. Is it required mandatory to declare a size? No. By default, it will store 2 GB. How to check the table structure, guys? To view a structure, describe a table. Tab 40 long. So up to 2 GB, we can insert a data string data by using a long. If you want to store more than 2000 also, more than 2 GB also, then you have to go for the CLAB. CLAB. It will store up to 4 GB. 4 GB. See, CLAB data type is used to large blocks of character data into a database. Large blocks. But in real time, we use varchar2 only. Rare cases where you find fixed length data type, their char data type. So other than that, you never get a situation to use the lang or CLAB. So these all are the character data types, guys. Char, varchar, varchar2, nchar. These all you don't need to remember also. Just to think that whatever three is having, we can declare national as well. So more than 4000 bytes if I want to insert, I need to go for the lang. Up to 2 GB it will allow. More than 2 GB also if I want to insert, up to 4 GB I can insert by using CLAB. CLAB means character large object. Character large object. So the same way CLAB also nlab is there. CLAB also nlab is there. Clear, guys? What and all character data types we have? Char, varchar, and varchar2. Varchar also you don't need to remember because even if you declare a varchar, it will be converted as varchar2 only. It will be converted as varchar2 only. So char, varchar2. These three we have. Long and CLAB we have. We never use real time these things. Only more we use varchar2. Rare is char. Next is any doubts on character data types, guys? Character data types. Any doubts? Okay then. Next is number data type. Number data type. Number data type. If you want to store a numeric data into a database, if you want to store a numeric data like this, if you want to store a numeric data into a system or into a database, then we have to go for the number data type. Then we have to go for the number data type. So the number data type syntax is column, column data type, column name, column name, data type, size. So number of precision. So what is the syntax C for any data type to declare? After column name, we need to declare a data type. Then we need to declare a size. If it is a mandatory, for char not mandatory, for long not mandatory, for CLAB also not mandatory. Like that. But number, column name, number, precision all scale. Precision all scale. So number data type allows two arguments. One is precision, one is scale. So it is used to store the number data or numeric data into a column. It is used to store the number data or numeric data into a column. It is also a dynamic data type. It is also a dynamic data. For example, you declared 4 bytes, but you inserted only 2 bytes. Remaining 2 bytes, it will send back to the database. It's never waste the space. Okay, so that's the reason it is a dynamic data type. The maximum size is 38 bytes we can insert. By using a number data type, we can insert maximum is 38 bytes. Maximum is 38 bytes. Let's see. For example, there is a column named student id. Student id, the number data type we have declared 4 bytes. So the when you declare a number data type, that will accept the negative or positive values. So number data type will accept the both negative and positive integers. Integer in the sense number. So what is a chance to insert? If you insert a 4 bytes of number data minus 9999 to 9999, in between these numbers we can declare, because minus 10,000 means that will become 5 bytes. Minus 10,000 means that will become 5 bytes. So maximum we can declare 4 bytes only. So that's the reason we can insert minus triple nine to, sorry, double nine double nine to positive double nine, number double nine double nine we can declare. So number data type is allows either positive numbers or positive integer values, as well as negative numbers as well. That will insert both. That will insert both. That will allow you to insert. So here, when you declare a 4 size, so that will take directly precision. Precision is nothing but a integer. Scale is nothing but a decimal value. So if this is a precision, decimal is scale. Okay. Now create table. Table name is student. Table name is student table, or else. So what is the syntax to create a table, guys? Create table, table name, student table, open parenthesis. So first, student ID, SID. SID is a number data type. I am declaring 4 bytes data. Next is student name. Name is which data type we can declare, guys? For student name, come on, tell me. Which data type we can declare for student name? Tell me, guys. Student name, we can declare varchar2 data type, right? We need to declare a string data. We need to store the. So I am taking 10 bytes. Next is student gender, or else student gender. Gender is fixed length data type, so char I am taking only MR. So I have created a table. Now insert into student values, SID, SID 100, or else 12345. Student name, I am taking some tech. Gender is M. What is the issue? Where it is showing error? Column not allowed. At last it is showing error. So always server will check from back to front. Always server will check from back to front. So what is the issue here? What is the error, guys? Please don't keep calm, guys. How can I understand that you people are getting my point or not? Open your mouth, please, and let me know. What is the error here? Already I have explained about this. Just while I am discussing about the string data. What is the issue here? Why it is not allowing to us to insert the data? Hello?
So codes are missing.
Yes, very good. So as we are inserting a string data, we must and should declare a single quotes. See, even though here also error previously, where it is raised at last only, because server will check from back to front. To validate a statement, server will check from back to front. When it is come to the back here, it's found here itself error. So it's raised error. So when it is corrected, next it will check the here statement is valid. Then it will go like this, no? So now here it is wrong. So here it is raised. What is the issue here? Again, single quotes are missing. See, now again it is, what is the error here, guys? Why? Value larger than specified precision allowed for this column. If you don't declare a scale, by default it will take the precision only. Number data type is allows to declare a two arguments, precision or scale. Now we have declared only one argument. That means by default it will take the scale, sorry, precision. So now it is telling value larger than specified precision. The specified precision is 4 bytes. How it become a larger? How many bytes we are inserting here? Every single, every single character, every single letter is called as a 1 byte. So how many bytes we are inserting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bytes. How many bytes we declared here? 4 bytes. So the column size is maximum it will allow to insert 4 bytes. But we are trying to insert 5 bytes. That's the reason the specified value larger than the value is larger than specified precision allowed for this column. That means the specified precision allowed for this column is 4 bytes, but the insertion is you are trying to insert a 5 bytes. Now see, it will allow you to insert. So now same thing, I am trying to insert single quote. See, student. For numeric, the single quotes are not mandatory. But even if you put a single quotes, it will treat it as a string that will allow you to insert the number data type. Not at all an issue. But now you can see P1001. Even the 4 bytes. Why it is invalid number? For number data type, you don't need to put a single quotes. That's sure. So why T1001 is invalid, guys? Column not allowed here. Invalid number. Why? What is a student ID column? It is a number data type. Number data type is allowed to insert the number data or numeric data. Which data we are trying to insert here? Alphanumeric data, right? Alphanumeric in the sense alphabetic letters and numeric letters also is there. So combination of alphabets and numeric. So it does that doesn't allowed in the number data type. So number data type always accept the numeric data only. See, now it is inserted 1001. Number data type is used to store only numeric data. it will allows only numeric data. It will allows only number data. It doesn't insert the, if it is having the, if it is having the alphabets letters, because it is alphanumeric data, not numeric data. So SID is a number data. It will allow you to insert the only number data. So now you can see I am taking one, I am taking 1 2, I'm taking 1 2 3 4. Now if you see, select star from student, select SID comma, I am finding out the length of that column, length of SID, column name, then name, S name from student. See how many bytes we have taken here. We are inserted 4 bytes. So 4 bytes. Here if you observe 3 bytes, it has taken only 3 bytes. Remaining 1 byte, what will happen guys? It will send back to the database. Here 1 byte, 1 byte only. 2 bytes, 2 bytes only. Because it is a dynamic data type, so that's the reason it doesn't waste the space. See, it is a dynamic data type. So now we have taken the, for the column only precision. Now let's see how to use a scale also. How to use a scale. STUD I am taking. SID number data type 5 bytes. Not SID. Mm, we will take the credit card. Credit. Credit card. Credit card is first card number, C number, CNO, card number, number data type. So it will be 16. 16. Next is customer name. So name is string data, varchar2 data type. Next is usage or else credit limit. Credit limit, number data type, some 10. Next is usage, some number. Number 10 comma 2. So I am declaring here for number data type, what I have declared? Precision and scale also. Now try to insert the data, credit values, card number 1 2 3 4 5 you can take. Customer name, some Venkat. Credit limit is they have given 1 lakh for me. For usage, for usage. Now let's observe one thing. If you use any credit card, I think already used people they can understand what is the credit card and all. Somewhere we will use in online. So where some decimal points also will be there. The amount will be decimal points also will be there. So the usage, if the usage is decimal point, See, total amount due, this much we used. Are we getting the decimal point? Here, 52 paise also we have used it. 52 paise. So 1,14,930 rupees and 52 paisa we used it. So even while you are trying to pay, if you pay only this much and you forget to pay 52 paisa, what will happen? So they will consider that you haven't paid full amount, you paid only partial amount. Full amount means you should pay 52 paisa as well. So partial amount if you pay, there is a credit card rules. If you pay 40%, sorry, partial amount, for the remaining amount, they will they will charge they will charge 3% of interest as well as GST and CGST. For not paying 52 paise, you need to pay around 960 rupees. Card charges, bank side, CGST, HGST all. For not paying 52 paise. So that much the value of decimal, thus much the importance of the decimal value also when it is comes to the numeric values. So when you are working in any credit card related or anything where you need to store the decimal point also, you need to declare like this. Now precision how many bytes? 10 bytes. Scale is 2 bytes. So now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 10 is completed. Again I am trying to insert 1 2 3 dot 2 2. What is the issue? Value larger than specified precision allowed is for column. So here it is error. So in decimal point there is no error. Why it is error? Here we are inserting 9, 10 bytes, 11 bytes, 12 bytes, 13 bytes of data we are inserting. See now, the the column itself it will accept only 10 bytes. Now it is 10 bytes, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 9. 9 bytes, 0 is 10 bytes. Still, what is the issue? We have declared 10 bytes. We are inserting 10 bytes only. We declare 2 bytes of decimal. Here we declare 2 bytes of decimal. What is the issue? Even 9 bytes you can try. Still issue. What is the issue? Why it is not allowing? Even though you are trying to 9 bytes. Any idea? The issue is here the 10 will be considered as total whole length considering the precision and scale. Considering the precision and scale, whole length is considered will be whole 10 bytes only. Precision for scale equal to here 10 bytes. How many bytes you declared equal to? That is called precision for scale. Now how many bytes you can count? 9 bytes, 2 bytes. Total how many bytes? 11 bytes. That doesn't insert. Now you can try here 8 bytes, here 2 bytes. It will insert happily because here total length will be considered as 10 bytes. The same way, the same way, salary of 7 comma 2. The total length that column will be 7 bytes. Total length. Within this total length, if 7 minus 2 you have to do to get a integer value. The same thing, no? Here see, Here it will consider as whole length of the column. But if you need to find out the integer how many bytes or precision how many bytes, 10 minus 2. So 8 bytes we can use, we can insert the precision. 2 bytes we can use the scale. So both will be 10 bytes. Understand guys? Here if you take 7 comma 2. So 7 comma 2 means within this 7 minus 2 remaining is you need to remove a decimal to get a precision how many bytes. 7 minus 2 how many bytes is the precision integer value?
5 bytes.
5 bytes. Remaining 2 bytes is decimal value. Remaining 2 bytes is decimal value. Understand? This how number data will works. This is a number data type. So number data types are different types are there. So you don't need all those things. You need to know only number and integer. We have float, we have binary integer, binary float, binary double also. You don't know, you need this all the things. We use only this one and somewhere this one. So now you know the integer. You know the integer. Let's create a student one table. SID number data type some 10 bytes. S name varchar 2 data type some 10 bytes. Next is fee. Fee is I am taking integer data type. Integer data type. For in already there stud student one will take student one student 10 table name is student 10. So now for integer data type did we provided any size? For integer data type, so integer data type also used to store the numeric data only, but it will store only integers. It doesn't store the, I will show you. Integer data type also used to store the number data type only, numeric data only. For integer data type, say I am taking student 20. For integer data type I am declaring a size 10. See, missing right parenthesis. For integer data type, you should not declare a size. You should not declare a size. See here, when you don't provide a size, table is created. When you provide a size, it is raising error. So now, what is the table we created? Student 10. SID, student ID, number data type. Yes name, varchar to 10. Fee we declare integer, no? See, even I will create one more table for you. Student 20, SID, 5 bytes, yes name, 10 bytes, integer I am declaring. So what is the table we created? Student 10, 20. To see the table structure, what is the syntax? DESC. So what is the table name? This one. Fee, what data type we declared guys? For fee? For fee, what data type we declared? Integer data type, right? But you can see how it is stored it is converted as number data type. It is converted as number data type with the maximum size. What is the maximum size of numeric data? 38 bytes. We can declare maximum 38 bytes. So how varchar data type convert into varchar2 data type? The same way integer data type converts into integer data type converts into number data type with the maximum size. Integer data type, even though you declare integer data type, it will converted into number data type with the maximum size. With the maximum size. Now let's try to insert a data. Insert into student 20 values. SID 1001, student name is some A, P is 12345.67. Two decimal points I'm taking. But you can check the data in a table. Select star from student 20. What is happened? You declare 12345.67, but see it is how it is stored 12346, because integer data type doesn't store the decimal values, because it's never declare a scale. By default, integer data type will convert it into number data type with the maximum size 38 bytes. No scale, only precision. So even though you declare decimal points, it's a rounded the value. 45.67, it's rounded the 6. Got it? So integer data type is also store the numeric data, but it stores the only integer values, and it will, even though you declare the integer data type, automatically it will convert into number data type with the maximum 38 bytes. Maximum 38 bytes. Clear? All date types is completed, guys. We have only left with date time date type. So these things we will discuss in the procedures. B file and B lab date type procedures we will discuss, where we store the image. We will see what is the row ADLs. Okay, so we will see tomorrow date time date type and Langra date type. Then we will go for the comments. What is create? What is these things? Statements of SQL statements or commands of SQL statement, both are same. Any doubts? Anyone is having any doubts? Anyone is having any doubts, guys? Okay then. Thank you. See you tomorrow, guys. The same time. So I will upload the session in YouTube channel. If you like my channel, please subscribe to channel, guys. Where you can view you will get the record session there. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.